see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
This is a simple game. You throw the ball, you hit the ball, you catch the ball. You got it.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at Applebee's.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hello, I'm Andrew Smith, head baseball coach at Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here on WKAC AM 1080 radio. Quit giggling, man. You get me off my thought process. It's Tom McClung, old time cat here alongside Tojo J. Vassar. Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Got a couple of missing folks today, but don't worry, they'll be back next time. And you never know about Coach Legg. He may come walking in 15 minutes later. I don't know.
He's ready to play some softball.
He's ready to play some. It's a gorgeous day.
Yeah, it is.
Good day to play softball. Call or text us at area code 256-812.
There he is.
Cool. No, this is not. This is one of our future guests that I've been working on for a while. I'll save this one and I may spoil it a little bit later. But a very, very special guest we can get on here maybe next week. Area code 256-812-1848. That's area code 256-812-1TGT. Find us online at tailgatetalk.net. You can follow our Twitter and Instagrams at Tailgate Talk AL. Let's go back and do that redneck version, okay? Follow our Twitter and Instagram accounts at Tailgate Talk AL. All right, that's good. Facebook, I've drank too much Coke. I've got too much caffeine in me there. Facebook and MeWe, Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Subscribe to the Applebee's Tailgate Talk YouTube channel, and we got to get some more videos up. Maybe we'll blame it on the COVID and get it started up next season. Absolutely. Amazon Echo, say Alexa,
play Tailgate Talk.
You slipped up on me. Play Google Home, say okay Google. It slipped up on me. Okay Google. Google Home, say, okay, Google.
Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
There we go. BZ talking to us from heaven. Download the Tailgate Talk app for Android or iPhone, powered by Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. And look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google, and Spotify, and other popular podcasts. That was Siri, I think. That was Alexa?
That was Google.
Oh, that was Google? Oh, okay. You got to be careful how you talk around here. Big Brother
somebody else was talking to us from heaven.
Big Brother's watching.
I got that British accent on my phone.
Oh, is that what it is?
British accent.
Dude, hey, that works. I always like to get one of those Scottish accents from the females.
I might try that down the road.
I don't know how to do it. Of course,
Somebody said you can get it with like John Wayne, all their voices.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg Miller's listening to us. It's a beautiful day for some tailgate talk. And remember, if you go to the rodeo, watch out for the mud splatter. Because Bama Zach, remember, buddy, that ain't mud. It ain't all mud.
It ain't mud.
Bless his heart. That was a funny story. Okay, let's talk about our special guest that we got coming on today. I'm gonna say our specialist guest for the last. Danny Anderson, the new Athens boys basketball coach. I put B-ball. That's baseball. That's basketball.
Not a stranger in Limestone County.
No stranger in Limestone County. That's right. And Jonathan Snider. Where'd I get Sanders from? Good grief. I can't read through my reading glasses. Jonathan Snider, new Ardmore football coach. He's also former defensive coordinator. It's great for him. Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy. Him and his wife was at the Thursday game. So
today's their anniversary.
Today is their anniversary. You tell them, will the freaks come out at night? Because it's your anniversary. Oh, Josh, God bless him. Josh Caray, voice of the Trash Pandas. He will be joining us again. And our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham. But at the top of the hour, one of my favorite coaches of all time, Coach Sonny Smith, former Auburn basketball coach, had the show in Birmingham, Sonny and Wimp. And
he's a sight.
He's a mess, man. I met him twice. So I'm going to tell my story. That way he'll remember who he's talking to.
So... Well, we got like 3-4 more shows left to go.
June 5th is our last show.
So that's going to be a weekly thing with Josh, just updating another week.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about, you might do, just to, since we do it with Clay.
Yeah. That was the plan, all along. But, I was telling Tom, I wish, I couldn't remember when the Trash Pandas would normally start their season.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was April, and, he thought, well, toward the end of April. So, we could probably get him on maybe 6 or 7 times, and whenever we go out to the mud volleyball this summer, we can probably get him on then.
That'd be great.
And they'll still be playing in August, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can get him on when we come back. So.
And then in next year, they make the postseason. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love being part of Tailgate Talk. We got the hook in. Got our hooks
Have y'all seen a picture of Pensacola Stadium, how it looks over the ocean in the outfield?
No.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Kind of like San Francisco.
The Blue Wahoos. Because there were some people on the Trash Pandas social lounge or something.
Yeah.
Folks are going to travel down to Pensacola to see them play.
That'll be cool.
Because that's a nice stadium.
Really? Absolutely. I'll check it when I go to Fort Walton this year. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give a little tease for next week. A fellow by the Auburn used to have a linebacker by the name of Kirk Crane. He's no longer with us, rest in peace. But his son, Jake Crane, has started off as a podcast, and now he's got his own YouTube channel. Jake will be joining us next week. I've got his cell number, Tim. I'll pass it on to you.
Okay.
And he's not just an Auburn guy. He's got his fingers into everything. Alabama recruiting, basketball, football. It'll be a great time talking with Josh next week. Looking forward to it. J-Boy. Well, we're going to be talking to Josh, too. But Jake, talk to J-Boy next week. I drank entirely too much Coca-Cola. I am way too caffeinated this morning. But I tell you what we can do. We can toss it over to producer extraordinaire, and Tom can't get shut up and let Tim talk for a while.
All right. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Softball regional tournaments going on this week. Sparkman defeated James Clemens 9-8 in their first round, and then the Lady Jets succumbed to Huntsville in their deciding game 16-3, so they are done for the season. Plainview defeated Elkmont 12-2, but the Lady Red Devils came back and beat up on Pennington 20-4, so they are playing Holly Pond this morning. Fife defeated Lauderdale County 3-2, but the Lady Tigers beat East Lawrence 6-3, and they are also playing this morning against Danville. West Limestone over Madison Academy 11-2, and then Brooks beat West Limestone 3-1. So the Lady Wildcats are playing Rogers to try to make it back out of the losers bracket there.
We don't like Brooks or Rogers.
No, that's right. Congratulations to James Clemens, Caleb Green, and Brody Davis. They signed basketball scholarships with Birmingham Southern here a couple of days ago. Next week, our special guest will be Terry Fry. He's author of Third Down and a War to Go, along with Horns, Hogs, and Nixon Coming, and March 1939, Before the Madness. And those are just three of his sports history related books there. Also next week, Marty O'Malley. I don't remember if you remember talking to him last year.
Marty O'Malley?
Yeah.
With the Larsh College football preview.
Yeah.
Yes,
we talked to him last year.
They had that deal on YouTube.
Yeah.
So they're going to have another virtual thing this year, so we'll talk to him next week.
Watching that on the big screen in the basement, man.
Yeah, so we'll be at Earth Day and the Outdoor Expo for our last regular season show.
Where's that at, Earth Day?
It's going to be at Big Springs Park.
That's right.
Big Springs Memorial Park in
watch
Athens.
The Ducks.
And, of course, I mentioned earlier live at Mud Volleyball for a Cure. And so there you go. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy.
Shouts out to Russellville and Hartsville making it to the state playoff in boys baseball. Coach Booth for Hartsville, he's got stage 4 cancer.
Oh, real.
This may be his last chance at a state title. So,
right.
So good luck to those teams as they head to Montgomery.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we coming back with Clay? No? Okay. No, never mind. We'll just take a break once again.
We'll figure out who he is.
You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Go to your Amazon Echo and say Play Tailgate Talk, or your Google Home device and say Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and hear the show in crystal clear quality. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Curly Hallman. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on WKAC, the Big 1080. Tom McClung, Old Time Cat, alongside Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we've got the new Ardmore football coach on, ladies and gentlemen. We've been welcome him to the show, Jonathan Snider. Coach, congratulations on the hire, man.
Thank you very much. Been a whirlwind thus far. Been on the job for about 3 days now, but very excited about having an opportunity to be the leader of these young men in the Ardmore community.
So for those that don't know, you were defensive coordinator last year, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I've been defensive coordinator since 2006, Sparkman High School, and then came to Athens in 2012 and served as defensive coordinator until I got the job at Ardmore.
All right.
And most folks don't know he's a pretty good golfer as well.
Really now?
Yeah.
That's what Jay
I don't know
was
about
saying.
all that. I think Bear Bryant once said that show me a good golfer and I'll show you a bad football coach. So maybe I'll continue to I'll continue to be a bad golfer and be a decent football coach. I don't know.
Coach, I know Cody's gonna hate to lose you, but I know he's tickled to death you finally got something you've been working hard for, and like Tom said, congratulations to you and the family, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see good things you're going to do up at Ardmore.
Well, Jay, I appreciate it, man. I can't tell you enough about how much Coach Gross means to me and my family, and for all the help that he's provided and the mentorship that he's provided for me, the leadership, and just the help through the whole process. He's been nothing but gold, and willing to lend a hand whenever I need it, whenever I needed a question, asked or answered or advice or whatever. And he's been, it's tough to leave those kids. I've invested a long time in that program, but, Coach Gross, he was very helpful in the whole process. And, I hated to leave, but I know this is an opportunity that God has called me to do. And so I hope to do the best I possibly can.
Well, now, y'all don't play Ardmore, so he'll be happy to help you,
All right, you mean Athens.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't play Athens,
yeah. Thankfully.
Now, Coach, y'all are still 5A?
5A.
Yeah, we're still 5A.
Okay. So I knew Scottsboro played them a couple of years ago, but Scottsboro got bumped up to 6A now. So, but I was thinking you guys were 5A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're 5A. We're in the region with Russellville and East Limestone and Lawrence County and May Jemison, Lee of Huntsville and Brewer. So it's a very competitive region. We should compete year in and year out to make the playoffs, and I'm hoping that our kids will believe in that goal of ours and do what we can as coaches to help them succeed.
Well, speaking of the team, what kind of reception have you had from the parents, the football players, young men that you'll be coaching? Have you spoken with them yet?
I have. I had a couple meetings with them. Here towards the end of school, it's really tough because you got AP exams going on. The Ardmore softball team's doing well, so kids are going and supporting that, which I think is awesome. That builds community, and but we pieced together a couple of meetings with any upcoming seventh grader through upcoming senior, and we had I think I printed out about 100 calendars, and I gave them all out plus some the first day on Wednesday when I was up there all day. So we've had a really good reception. 50 plus, 9 through 12, right at 50, middle schoolers. So, I'm very, very pleased. Still working on some more that, I haven't seen for whatever reason, or that I think need to be a part of this. But nonetheless, the ones that have showed up have been very receptive. And, I can't say enough about how the kids in the community have welcomed me. And had a parent meeting last night and had a ton of parents show up. And, everything's been really, really good thus far. So I appreciate the Ardmore community for welcoming me with open arms.
Good, you got some good administrators up there as well, so they'll help you out as much as they can and help you out for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the administrative staff has been awesome. I mean, it's a very friendly place to work. Everybody in the school has been very welcoming. What can I do to help? The administrative team, Mr. Bryant, Mr. Butler, Ms. Schiff, they've all been awesome and helping me just answer questions and just sort of creating that path and helping me create it when I do have things that need to be answered. And so I can't thank them enough for not only giving me the opportunity but also helping me through these first couple of days, and we'll continue to do so.
And Ardmore is a great city to work. They've got a solid foundation, solid booster club. Fundraisers will be good, and
especially the car show.
Especially that car show.
Oh yeah,
you might see us out there at that car show. Hopefully, it ain't gonna be as cold as it was last time. Like
one year you burn up.
One year you burn up. Next year you freeze, and then the rains come.
I think the car show is going to be October the 16th, so maybe it won't be 1,000 degrees, but maybe it had not turned too cold by then. But yeah, that's a big deal there, and it's a big fundraiser for our quarterback club. And I just, whoever's out there listening that's a supporter of Ardmore football, we need to get people involved in the quarterback club and help those guys out, and because they help not just football, but mostly football is where they help, and we got to get a huge turnout for that and anything else that they do. And I'm just in the process of dipping into the community and creating that oneness about the whole Ardmore community, where we're all excited, not just for Ardmore football, but for Ardmore athletics. It just starts in the fall with football program.
Now, are you bringing anybody with you up there from Athens?
As of right now, I'm not.
Okay.
We got a good staff there, good people that are, willing to work, willing to come back. I may have the opportunity to bring in a couple of guys. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, it's definitely not a settlement to settle with these guys. I've talked to them. They're good men. They're great character men, which is what I want. They're good football minds. And, so, maybe have the opportunity to bring in a couple of people, but hey, you know what? I mean, whatever we've got, we're not going to make an excuse for what we don't have. We're going to work with what we do have and be the best we possibly can.
So, spring workouts, you guys have I guess the spring game's over with, so it's starting summer workouts coming up soon, I guess.
Yeah, we'll start summer on June the 7th. We're going to start doing a little bit lifting-wise on Monday, start with some 9 through 12 stuff and even do some middle school stuff through the end of school. And then June the 7th, we'll kick off our summer workouts and, hopefully have a good turnout and, start working to building a good foundation in the program and making these young men successful in life.
When and who is your first game?
We open up with Tanner at home on August the 20th. That'll be our first game. It's pretty neat. First game is going to be at home. We're going to have some specialized Friday nights where we recognize special groups of people in the community, and so I hope that hits. We're looking at having a military appreciation night on that night.
That'll be great.
You know, honoring our military, and so we're looking forward to it. Got a long way to go. It feels like it's forever, but it'll be here tomorrow.
It will. Blink an eye and it'll be here. That's for sure.
And then that second week's always the big rival game, and I know in your family it's big, Elkmont and Ardmore.
Yeah, that's a big game. It's always been a big traditional game. Big crowds show up. And that's what high school football is all about is having games like that. And I can't wait to see how all that is. See the week leading up to it and all that. But we're going to take the approach that it's the next opponent. We're not going to build any opponent up higher than the other one, and worry about Ardmore and everything else to take care of itself.
Well, Coach, that's very exciting, and we do truly wish you the best, and can't wait to watch your team next year.
Good luck, buddy.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for having me on. Go Tigers.
Hey, go Tigers. Thank you, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Jonathan Snider, new head football coach at Ardmore. Looks like exciting things are happening. Yeah. Absolutely. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. If you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, it's waiting for you at Tammy's Fine Jewelry in Athens, a boutique jewelry store offering designs to fit your individual style from classic to contemporary. Tammy's Fine Jewelry has bridal and gemstone jewelry just for you. Whether you want to spend $10,000 or $10,000, you get the same friendly service. Visit them on Facebook or just come fall in love at Tammy's Fine Jewelry, 206 West Market Street in Athens.
This is Todd the Bod at Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Y'all know how great I sound every week on the radio. You can't imagine how good I look from getting my hair cut from Tammy and all the girls at Shireman's Barbershop. Please go see them at 115 North Marion Street and tell them Todd the Bod sent you.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
WKAC wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to WKAC1080.com throughout the school year and click on the Tailgate Talk icon to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
This is Shelby Davis, West Limestone head football coach, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on WKAC, the Big 1080. And we have the new head coach of Athens boys basketball, Coach Danny Anderson, on the show with us. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Man, appreciate you joining us because I think Tim said your son's playing basketball today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're at AAU games this weekend, and didn't realize my phone was ringing, and I totally forgot about coming on the show, so I apologize.
No apologies needed, buddy. We'll make sure you're reminded every time. It's no big deal. It's a good thing Todd's not here. He'd be saying something funny.
He might not be so forgiving.
He's a character. That's just all.
Danny, welcome back to Limestone County. You're not a stranger to Limestone County playing at Elkmont, but congratulations, buddy, on this Athens job.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a great opportunity to come home, and the older I get, I hear people talk about coming home and how much it means to them. And when I started 15 years ago, I didn't know where home would be, and I've been very fortunate to work for a lot of great people and coach at a lot of really good places and, build a lot of relationships that are going to last forever. But, with the opportunity to come home now and see familiar places with familiar faces and it means a lot to me as I get older. So I'm really excited about the opportunity.
So for those of us who don't know, what year did you play at Elkmont? What year did you graduate?
I graduated Elkmont in 1998.
Okay.
So it's been about 23, 24 years now, 25 years, something close.
Yeah. I was just checking because my son graduated West in 2008. So it's about 10 years ahead of him. So you sound young on the radio, but not that young, I guess.
Right. Well, I still feel young. I can still get up and down the court a little bit.
Hey, good for you.
Hey,
Don't ever, once you get 45, don't ever take that break and say, I don't think I'll work out today. Because once you get 50, it ain't happening no more. Unless you're special.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'll be playing a whole lot at 45, but I still come and, play a little bit with the guys and just so that they can see that, Coach maybe knows what he's talking about a little bit.
Absolutely. Coach, you're coming into some outstanding facilities, brand new gym and
new school.
So congratulations on that. And what kind of optimism and outlook do you have on your first years as head coach?
Well, going back to the facilities in school, it's an immaculate place. We've got great facilities for our kids to play in. I think the administration at Athens has been really top notch. When I talked to Mr. Moore, the principal, he kind of solidified why I wanted to come back, his vision, and him being a former head basketball coach and winning a state championship at Dallas County really intrigued me about the job because we live in a football state, and it's just part of the things that high school basketball coaches have to accept. And having Cody Gross right there as the head football coach is very exciting for me because he does an outstanding job with the football program and teaching those guys character and integrity. So just having people like that just at the school itself is great. Coming into the year, I've been able to work with the guys for a couple weeks. I'm very optimistic. I'm an optimistic guy. We've got our challenges with the number of players that we have and kind of who we have to play and so forth. But, I'm very optimistic. I think we're going to be fine. We've got a really tough schedule. The schedule was already in place. Coach Burkett had already completed the schedule. So we've got a daunting schedule. We go to Austin twice. We go to Florence twice. We go to Bob Jones. We've got James Clemens twice. And then you throw in the Hazel Green, Columbia, and Madison Academy. It's a really tough schedule. But, I enjoy that. I think our kids will enjoy that. And, we'll have to be ready night in and night out.
That's great. Go ahead.
Danny, what was it like coaching Caray?
At the time, it was now I look back on it, I'm thinking, wow, I coached an NBA guy. Like, how many people can really say that?
Yeah.
But he was such a humble kid. Like, it's just different. You know, I'm in here watching AAU games right now, and we've got 9 and 10-year-olds walking around like they're the greatest player in the world. You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, no, you're not. You're really not. You know, and unfortunately, in the AAU world, we got people that try to build kids up higher than they are, and it makes it tough for coaches to have to bring them back down to reality.
Yeah.
But with Caray, he never had to do that. He was always the kid that was on time. He was always a kid that never got in trouble in the classroom. He was a kid that never skipped reps in the weight room. He was a kid that, never got caught up in, hey, I'm the best player. So it was a really refreshing feeling for me to be around a high-level player like that, to not have to worry about trying to knock him down and get him to understand, hey, you haven't really arrived yet. So it was just I was really blessed to be able to coach a kid like him.
I'm just, I'm glad to see him now, what he's doing now in New Orleans. Just a testament of what y'all did to him and his parents, just making him a humble guy like that.
Yeah, I agree, man. His mom and dad were just tremendous people. They always made sure that his priorities were where they needed to be at. They sacrificed a lot. And that's what kids don't realize. Parents sacrifice. I'm in the parking lot right now, and there's 1,000 cars on a Saturday morning.
Wow.
Kids don't realize the sacrifice that parents do to take them to a game, to pick them up, to pay for travel expenses. And, with Caray, his mom and dad worked really hard to be able to give him the opportunities that he's been given. And just really happy for that family. We were able to go down a couple weeks ago and watch Caray play. And, as a parent, I'm just so blessed that my kids have been able to see high-level basketball, and not only see that day in and day out, but see what it takes to be successful day in and day out. Mm-hmm. And not just Caray, but several other guys that I've coached that are playing collegiate basketball or college baseball right now. It's been a really blessing for me, for my kids to see that, hey, if you want to play at the next level, this is what it takes, and this is what you've got to do.
Well, Coach, talk about a little bit about what you're coming into, your players, what kind of offense you're going to try to run. Will you adjust your offensive schemes or defensive schemes on your personnel? How will that work?
Yeah, so I think as a coach, you have what you call your non-negotiables. Those are things that you just can't negotiate with.
I like that.
And, on the defensive end, there's some non-negotiable things that we're going to do. And we're going to play half-court man-to-man. We're going to be able to defend. If you can't guard, you can't play. And, that's just are some non-negotiables that we're going to, do. Offensively, we did everything from dribble drive to 4 out 1 in to, depending on what suits our personnel the best. And I think in the next week or two, when we actually start doing basketball tryouts and getting practice underway with summer coming up, as a coach, I'll go in and I'll look and I'll adjust and, I'll do whatever is going to put our kids in the best situation to be successful. So right now, I can't tell you what we're going to do other than how we're going to play on the defensive end, and those are non-negotiable.
Well, that's Tim.
Well, I
like you had something on your mind.
No, I was thinking, you're talking about the non-negotiables. Sometimes you have non-negotiables on the player's side. I mean, you're stuck with what you got, and so you got to make the best of what you got.
Yeah, you do, and that's that's the fun part of coaching. The fun part of coaching has been able to see kids take what you want them to do and star in that role. And you look at guys that have played in the NBA, guys like Dennis Rodman, guys that were not the best offensive player, but they made a living and they made a lot of money by just being a star in that role. Yep. And what kids don't realize is, nobody can be the biggest star in their role than them. So whenever you get kids to understand my team needs me to do this for us to be successful, it's really rewarding as a coach to be able to see those kids take on that ownership and say, you know what, that's what my team needs me to do. And I think back when I was at Hazel Green, we had a really good player with Caray. We had other guys that had to star in that role, whether it be I'm going to be a defensive guy, I'm going to be a guy to knock down open shots, I'm going to be a guy to whatever the situation was. And it's really fun, watching that run that we had, because we didn't have a lot of guys that could go to a lot of different places and start, especially the schedule we played, besides Caray, and we had a kid named Jordan Beck that's playing right field right now at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Phenomenal kid, phenomenal player, but he wasn't a basketball only guy. He was a baseball guy first, but just being able to see him, play into that role and how he could help our team. We don't get to Birmingham without all of those guys, but it's just really fun. But yeah, there's some non-negotiables, and you've got to do with what you got. And I think the biggest part as a high school coach is finding what fits each kid the best and allowing them to be successful in that role.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you nothing but luck, man.
Good luck, Danny.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on. And, again, I apologize. And,
get back.
I want to say something real quick. Sure. For years and years, I'd tune into your show and I'd listen to it, and I'd see Bama Zach. And I'm just heartbroken that I never had a chance with Bama Zach being on there. So he was such a predominant figure in the sports world through Limestone County. And, I always enjoyed when you guys had coaches on from afar and watching it. So I really, really appreciate you guys having me on today.
You got a seat right here waiting on you anytime, buddy.
Anytime.
Well, man, I appreciate it, guys. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I appreciate everything you do for local high school sports and giving coaches a chance to be a voice in the community.
We appreciate
Thanks,
you, man.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Man.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Anderson, the new Athens high school boys basketball coach.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this. Time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, though, Big 1080.
Congratulations to Athens High's Emily Simon, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Emily picks up a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. A new poll goes up on Sunday. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Gotcha Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 389 West Sandifer Road in Athens. Gotcha Covered screen printing and more. The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
Hi, this is former University of Alabama wide receiver Tim Boyd, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Oh, I love trash.
Trash.
Won't pick it up, take them like no way. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen, live here on WKAC, the Big 1080. Tom McClung, old Tom Kidd here alongside Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire. And for the last two guests, I have missed it. But this is the first National Bank hotline making communities great. And we've got the voice of the Trash Pandas himself, Mr. Josh Caray. Josh, thanks again for joining us, man.
Yeah, happy to be back on. I hope you guys are well.
We are well, dude. I've been checking you out on, before 31.6 come out. It was just the radio, so I feel like I might have to cancel my my cable subscription because that's all I've been doing is listening to Trash Pandas games for the last 2 weeks.
It's good to have you on board. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and the guys are playing pretty well right now, and they're doing it in front of the home crowd, so that's always important.
Yeah, they're. I think as of last night or night before, they were fourth in the division. But it's you
early.
put a blanket over everybody right now. So,
well, yeah, and it's early, and at the end of the day, you got to give people a week or two to get themselves back in game shape, and that's what the guys have done. And Chattanooga is a pretty good team too, so let's not forget about that. But
established programs.
What's that?
I said established programs. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries. But the guys are playing a lot better right now. They're getting the starting pitching I thought they would get, and it's been a good week.
Now, you go ahead, Jay.
And they're getting comfortable in their new digs and all that stuff. So you can tell it now. They're getting more feel for it now since it ain't hustle and bustle of everything.
Yeah, that, and you develop a routine. I mean, anytime you go somewhere new, you got to get into that, and it's hard to do that when you got all the protocols around you. But we're starting to loosen those up a little bit now, and hopefully these guys will develop a routine both at home and on the road, and we'll continue the good play.
Josh, I believe it was the Smokies this week that they were playing maybe Wednesday night. I mean, it was back and forth the entire game, and they got bases loaded and no outs, and they hit one and end up turning a double play and get out of the inning with no runs, but they keep scrapping and end up with I believe it's an 8-6 win or 10-8 win. That just shows to me the ball club is they're not giving up early. They're staying in the game. The pitching is keeping them in the game, and to me that was like a turnaround game from the first couple where they went to Chattanooga and struggled.
Yeah, I mean, I think first, anytime you come back from a deficit like that and you win, it's going to give you a little bit of momentum moving forward. And but the whole "they don't give up" thing, that's a testament to Jay Bell. I mean, that's the type of player Jay was, and you can tell that his coaching, his leadership is rubbing off on these guys. And I mean, they can, even when they were in Chattanooga, they lost a couple of games that were pretty one-sided, but they never gave up. And so he should be very proud of the work he's done, and I know the guys are continuing to scrap. They're a great group, and we're very lucky to have them.
Josh, what a great performance the other night by Jonathan Diaz. A no-hitter through, 5 or 6 innings, had 11 strikeouts. What a testament to that guy.
Yeah, he really had his fastball cooking. Has a nice slider, and I call it a change up there. He mixes in a curve ball from time to time. He came out of the bullpen a couple of times in Chattanooga and really was not overly impressive, but he's a guy who's been around a little bit. He's a veteran. He knows how to pitch, and I guess 2 nights ago he put it all together and really, really looked good and kept them off balance. And when you're a team like Tennessee, when you start to strike out that much, everyone gets down. And so the Trash Pandas have just pounced on that, and they've taken advantage, and they've rode a 3-game winning streak.
And another part about that is the game went fast from like the first 4 or 5 innings. 30 minutes later, then you're in the bottom of the 5th or something like that.
Yeah, and it keeps everyone on their toes, including the broadcasters and fans. And,
yes, sir. You're right.
And that's important because baseball does have an issue about pace of play, but. Yeah, when guys go up there hacking and the pitchers are throwing strikes, you have a much better product. And so you saw that 2 nights ago. You saw that a little bit last night, and it made for some interesting baseball and kept everyone engaged. And hopefully we'll continue to see a lot more of that.
And too, Josh, all these roster moves, I guess it keeps you on your toes too. Just learning who's up, who's down, who's going to play, or all that too.
Yeah, it's interesting every day. I think, this is something you're always going to see. I mean, it doesn't matter what the affiliate is or what the year is or whether there's a pandemic, not a pandemic. Minor league baseball, you're going to see a lot of turnover. Again, everything revolves around the Angels and their ability to win. And so if they have to move guys up and down the ladder and, left and right to find the right match so that the major league team is succeeding, so be it. And so, don't get too terribly comfortable with some of the guys. I mean, you want to get to know them as much as you can, but at the end of the day, their job is to do whatever the Angels tell them. And frankly, if they're here for more than a year, then something's wrong. So get used to the turnover and really enjoy the experience.
A prime example of that, Torrey Hunter Jr.
Yeah.
Goes up to AAA, comes back down. Last night, Jack's a solo. So.
Yeah. Well, Torrey actually, he did all right for himself. He hit, I think he was 2 of 16 up there, but this is a guy who, only played, I think, in 27 college games when he was at Notre Dame. And he's really trying to catch up in terms of learning how to play baseball. And he's very coachable. He's a great guy. People love him. But he's got a lot of work to do. And, I was happy to see him go up to AAA. Frankly, I felt that he would be sent back down very soon just because he doesn't have the experience yet. I mean, they used him as a fill-in. And, as soon as one of the guys at the major league level was ready to be sent to AAA, Torrey, was moved back down to AA, and that's not a shock to anybody.
Right. Go ahead, Taylor.
Well, I started to say some of these new rules that they've got going this year. They got the pitch clock going, and then one that I hadn't realized that had actually gone into effect last year with Major League. When you go into extra innings, the batting team starts out with a guy on second, and I was there Tuesday night, and I was like, How'd this guy get to third already? I hadn't even noticed him standing out there.
Second inning part, or second base part.
So that's that kind of took me off guard. So.
Well, the reason they did at the major league level was because of the pandemic, and they wanted to save on arms. The difference with the minor league level is they want to. This happened pre-pandemic, and the whole impetus was to try and speed up the game, speed up the end of the game. Same idea. They don't want to, throw out a bunch of different arms who aren't scheduled to pitch that day. And it was especially important for the lower minor leagues where the pitch counts are really strict and, you schedule guys on certain days. You would see 12-inning games and the shortstop would have to come in and pitch because a manager had burned up the guys who were scheduled to pitch that day. They don't have a 13-man staff. They have maybe 4 or 5 guys slated to pitch. And so if you burn them out, you're suddenly seeing a shortstop in the 12th inning, and it just makes for bad baseball. And again, the entire purpose is to develop these guys. And so, you want to win, but development comes first, and you're not developing people by having them pitch on short rest or by forcing a shortstop to come in relief. So get the game over with as soon as he can, and let's move on.
So one of the things I'm sure everybody's wanting to talk about was the opening night. The traffic was just terrible and difficult for everyone. And then the Trash Pandas meet with the city of Madison. They get the 2 gravel parking lots opened up. And Thursday night was much better. Friday night, last night, I think they sold out again. There was much improvement. But what all is there any more improvements coming up? Because the one bottleneck, I guess, would be the one gate in and the one gate out, unless you're a VIP. Is there any plans maybe to open a second gate next? It's too late to do it this year, but maybe next year on the other side or something like that.
Well, that's something that our crew continues to discuss with city officials, is how can we make this better? Because there's a lot in it for the city as well. It's not just about the Trash Pandas. So right. They were fully aware of what happened on Tuesday, and everyone was disappointed. But at the end, you don't know what you don't know until you actually see it happen.
Exactly.
And so, what I'm proud of is how our management learned from the mistake and made an adjustment on the fly. And really, we haven't had too many issues since that game. So, you stumble a little bit, but you learn from it and you improve upon it. And that's exactly what our folks did. In terms of adding parking, I'm sure they're always thinking about things like that, but I haven't heard anything in addition to what's already being done.
Well, I got there early, so I parked well and got in the gate well. So yeah, it was fine for me.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you got in. I felt bad because I was out there, getting ready to start the game, and you can see Town Madison Boulevard from my perch, and yeah. I really felt bad for those folks because they all wanted to be there for first pitch, but we made a couple of mistakes, but we've corrected them.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks got upset, but I'm thinking to myself, and I was probably one of those in that big long line waiting to get, because it was top of the second before we got in. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have to get here earlier next time. I mean, that's the way it is.
Well, yeah, it's a sold-out crowd, and, it's not just about parking. It's about, getting in. You've got, staff members, hourly staff members who, they're doing this for the first time, too, so they're going to make mistakes. I mean, it's kind of like when you go to, I don't know if you guys go to the theater at all, but if you go to a play, let's say, they tell you don't go the opening weekend, go, maybe somewhere in the middle of the run, because that's when all the actors and all those people have their cues down and are comfortable and, are running at full speed. Anytime you do something for the first time, there's going to be hiccups, and we had a bunch. But we overcame them, and things continue to get better game to game.
Absolutely. Jay, was you going to say something?
I just wonder who's on the hill tonight, Josh.
Cooper Criswell, North Carolina grad. He's going to be pitching. Cooper really good with his control. He hit the strike zone consistently against Chattanooga last Sunday. He gave up, I think, 5 runs in 1 inning, though. So he got hit hard in 1 frame, but he pitched 4 innings overall, and the other 3 innings, he looked really, really good. So,
I like Max Fried.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. But if he does what he did last Sunday with minus that 1 bad inning, Trash Panda should be in good shape.
That's great. Well, Josh, thanks a lot for joining us again, bud. Looking forward to it, and we'll keep digging on the radio when we can't be digging at the ballpark.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thank you.
See you, bud.
See you, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's Josh Caray, the voice of the Trash Pandas, and that was on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hey guys, this is Joanna for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your Bible classes. Our best-selling Bible curriculum, Discovering God's Way, is a reliable tool for teaching students of all ages through the Bible in its entirety. We're sure you'll love this curriculum, and if you'd like to see other options of Bible classes, we'll be happy to help you select from our topical studies. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class today. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here alongside Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we have on the Tailgate Talk special guest segment brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing, former Ardmore. Good gravy, coach. I'm former Auburn coach, Sonny Smith.
Well, I've coached everywhere. I was just checking my resume to see if I was up there.
I wonder if there was one from Roan Mountain or something. Maybe an Ardmore up there. Who knows?
Yeah, Roan Mountain.
Coach, before we get into this, several years ago, you were at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Race at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and it rained all day long. You remember that day?
Yes, I do.
There were 2 guys.
Yeah, I love truck racing.
There were 2 guys there that hung around and pastured you all day, and one of them was this guy that you're talking to right now, Tom, and the other guy was my friend
He's
Kim.
from Ardmore. No.
And you took a picture with me and my son when good grief, when Rod was still alive down at the Vanderbilt Coliseum there. Back before Rod passed. So I just want to say thanks for coming to the show, and hopefully you remember me a little bit. And this is who you're talking to this morning.
Yeah, well, it brings more light to the surface. Yes, it does.
Absolutely. I bet you can still tell everybody who won that race.
Well, I cannot remember.
I cannot remember that one.
Hornaday was running, but I don't think he won.
I think Sprague won. Hornaday was
Sprague. I was a Jack Sprague man back in the day.
Yeah.
And never met him. You know, always in racing, I ended up picking these guys, and then I never met them. And some of them, after doing Race Fever at Talladega for so many years, I got to meet most of them. Some of them that I'd pull for I didn't like after I met them.
That's funny how
but
that
I
is.
like most of them. But Jack Sprague was my favorite back in the old days.
Absolutely. And we all remember you on the Sonny and Wimp show.
Yeah.
I got to ask you one thing. This is funny, and I heard y'all talk about this. It said, everybody buys a suit for a player sometime or another, but the biggest insult was when you bought the guy a suit and he wore the suit to accept honor scholarship from another team.
Oh, to Alabama.
Yes, Alabama. Yes, sir.
I bought Booney Russell a suit, and he went to Alabama while I was fitting him for it.
Oh, wow. Coach, I've talked enough.
I don't know how much of that's true, but we used to tell it all the time. I bought old Booney a suit, and he went to Alabama wearing it.
What's Coach Sonny Smith doing right now outside of color for Auburn's basketball program?
Well, I do a number of radio shows, not any of my own, but as guests, I do a bunch of those, and that I have fun doing that. And it's in fact, I did one this morning prior to you guys, and that's a lot of fun for me. And the speaking business that Wimp and I both do, and then some by ourselves, has gone by the wayside because of COVID. But pretty much, I'm instead of being a retard, I'm retired. So I got both things going for me now.
Coach, how do you think the state of the game is now, and back to when you and Wimp coached?
It's so different. It's so different. Recruiting is even so much different than it used to be. It's now. Back, I would say this, and you'd have to analyze it in a lot of different ways. But back in the day, it was a little bit of a coach's game. Now, today's game is a player game. Individual effort and movement and talent decides who's going to win anymore. The court is open. The dribble is the biggest part of the game. The three-point shot is as big or bigger. And the guy you recruit now for guys to get into the middle of the lane and can make a three. And you used to recruit guys who could make 2-point plays, 3-point plays, could post, and do a lot of different things. But now you can pretty much just zone in on a 3-point shooter now, or a guy that can get into the lane. Post playing is kind of a thing of the past. And you post everybody as opposed to posting up a post-up player. And it's a much different game. Takes more talent to play, in individual talent from a standpoint, dribble, pass, catch, and rebound. And it's a lot different. And I would imagine, and I see a few practices. I see a lot of practice actually. The coaching is different too. You coach the dribble, you coach the pass, you coach getting into the lane more so than anything else. The only time you run set plays is on when dead ball situation, on side out of bounds, under the basket out of bounds, and out of timeouts. And that's one of Bruce Pearl's strongest things is out of timeouts. He is really good. I always watch that closely to see what he's going to do the next time out, and he does it well. So the game has changed a lot. And I don't know where it's better or not, but it's a player's game. I will tell you that. It used to be more of a coach's game.
Yeah, I noticed that with Coach Pearl up at Tennessee. He was more of a player's coach. He run the offenses, and he wasn't near as restrictive on some of his players of shooting, taking the three.
Well, I go to his practices early and late. When he first got here, he'd go around to every player and say, "You get a 3-point shot, you take it." And I was thinking, my goodness, some of them don't even know where the 3-point line is. And he built their confidence. Every guy he had could step out and take a shot, and it wouldn't bother him.
Yeah.
And he's a master at instilling confidence in his players. And the 3-point shot's taken over the game, and he's mastered it in a lot of ways. He really has.
Coach, your impressions of Nate Oates?
I think I'll put it this way. You go down through the coaches that you got in the state of Alabama. You can even go to UAB in South Alabama and Troy and a lot of others. I think the basketball coaching at both those schools that we're talking about right now, more so than any, is just at the top of the list. I think Nate Oates is terrific. I think he's got a good style of play for everybody to enjoy, and I just think that basketball in Alabama is. I tell you what, they're both good enough. If there's a real good player in Alabama, one of them's going to get it. Used to you had to watch out a little bit from going out of state. But they're going to control their recruiting areas. They're going to really coach them when they get them. So I think a lot of the votes. I really do. And I've never met him, by the way. They say he's a terrific guy with him.
I bet he's looking forward to meeting you as much as you're looking forward to meeting him.
Well, I appreciate that, but I really am. I think he's doing a terrific job there. I used to say that there's 2 or 3 schools in the conference that could recruit themselves. And, I mean, a kid's going to consider Alabama regardless who the coach is and so that type of thing. And I think he's trying to get it back to that type of thing again. And Bruce Burrow is trying to do the same thing at Auburn.
Now, how long have you known Wimp?
Oh my goodness! As assistant coach, I knew him well. We met on the road and exchanged stories, and we became good friends. Wimp was totally different as assistant coach than he was a head coach. A lot more serious as a head coach, and he certainly was. And he did a terrific job as a head coach there and at Little Rock.
Mm-hmm. So everybody's waiting on this story. What was it like coaching Charles Barkley?
And I say it more so now than I used to. I didn't know how to coach a superstar. I never had a superstar. And I didn't coach Charles Barkley the way, early in his career, the way he needed to be coached. He quit on me one time, and I learned how to coach him then by getting him back. And by realizing that you don't treat superstars the way you rest the players. The old-time coaching theory was get your players, treat them all the same, coach them up. Well, you don't do that anymore. You coach superstars totally different than you do other players. And I've readily admitted this a number of times. I'm not ashamed of it or anything because it's just the way things are done. You coach superstars different than you do other players. You guys know from playing and being around the old theory about treat them all the same, so that they'll respect you and so they respect one another. That's not the way it's done, I don't think. And I needed to learn that earlier. So how to coach a superstar, I may write a book on that sometime.
Coach, did you ever try
I didn't know how to do it when I was doing it.
Speaking
Charles Barkley and Bo Jackson at Auburn, same time, fellas.
Yes, sir.
And I think Pat Dye knew how to coach Bo Jackson better than I knew how to coach Barkley. Not that I didn't work him hard, get him in shape, discipline him and all that stuff. It's just he needed to be treated different. And I never had, in my coaching career, I'd never had but one guy that's superstar, and I was assistant then.
I was wondering what...
I had some after that with Chuck Person and others,
yes.
But before that, I'd never had them.
I remember listening as a young fellow listening to the radio. I wasn't too young, high school, I guess, and everybody saying, "Have you heard about Charles Barkley?" So we'd crank out our old AM radio station alarm clock radios that was sitting by our bed to try to find the game somewhere, and Charles rebounding and driving the ball down the floor at his height and. And it was just spectacular to listen to the guy and then catch a few games on television.
Sure. We should have given him the ball more. We should have made him more a first choice. But see, I had Chuck Person too.
Yeah.
And I had Chris Morris sitting back there coming in.
Yes, you did.
That was a pretty tough choice. You had to make sure you got all three of them shots. Frank Ford was on that same team, who was the best player in Florida when I got him. So, knowing how to coach the better player, it's not an easy thing. It's a hard thing, and you better buy into it because you got to have one of the better ones to win. You really do. If you remember back in the day of Barkley, you go around a league and you could name a Barkley type, not a Barkley type, but a Barkley talent type on 5 or 6 teams in the league. And I don't know if he can do it today, maybe more so, but I don't test it that way like I did back then.
Coach, how much
you see?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to say, how much do you miss Rod?
A lot. Rod taught me about radio. I didn't know about radio. I just talked. But Rod taught me when to jump in, how quick to get out. More about he was very knowledgeable about every team. And the other thing that he made you do is he made you work at it.
Really?
You know, I thought that I was, you know, I don't have to do too much preparation for this. I know everybody. Well, that wasn't all there was to it. And he helped me in that regard. Andy's just as good at that. He really is. And those two learned together. I don't know who taught who, but one of the two taught each other. They taught each other basically, and both of them are excellent. You know, you think about this, fellas. You guys are doing radio. We've had some great basketball announcers in this state.
Mm-hmm.
Not only here, Alabama, UAB. Gary Sanders at UAB. Man, he's like a legend. And Eli Gold. You remember all the good ones? We've had some. I don't want to start naming because I'll leave somebody out. But, well, there've been some good ones in this state. Well, all over the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yes, sir.
I remember my favorite. Now, I don't know if you all do that. I guess you do. My favorite announcer years ago was a guy named Lindsey Nelson.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And you know why? First time I saw him, he had on one of the awfulest looking sport coats. I said, anybody that wear a coat like that, that would be one that go to a rag shake and get up and roll mountain. And it had all those colors, you know. I thought Lindsey Nelson about the coolest thing I'd ever seen because I was listening to Tennessee back in those days.
Right.
And he'd always wear them during those Cotton Bowl broadcasts too.
Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, you need to have those legends in radio, and I guess they're still building that type of thing. You remember John Ward was big at Tennessee, and the guy at Georgia was one. Say anything. I cannot remember his name to call on your show.
Larry Munson.
Larry Munson. Run, Lindsey, run.
Yeah, you go around the league, you had one of those everywhere.
And we can't forget Jim Fife. Jim Fife
was terrific.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jim Fife's always coaching. You know, we're playing.
Yeah.
One time, I don't know how funny this is, but it really happened. We're playing, and he's always telling me things I ought to do. And it got down to a real tight game. Man, he was down on the floor. I can't remember the exact team. And I walked over and I said, "Well, you've been coaching all day. What do you want me to do now?" He said, "I got you this far. You get the rest of the way on your own."
Smart.
Five was good, boy. He really was.
And then you had,
he had never. I don't think he'd ever seen a football game. He's so far up in Kentucky in the mountain basketball stuff, and he became a great football announcer.
He became a legend, that's for sure.
And then who could forget Joe Dean? You know, Joe Dean, Tom Hammond doing those JP games.
Yeah, Joe Dean. That's a name from the past, isn't it? Joe Dean, Junior and
Senior. Yes, sir.
And I miss Larry Conley too.
You know, I do a podcast with him. I don't know if you call it a podcast or not. It's a Zoom something. You know, I'm real educated, as you can tell. I do some with him every week, once a week, like on a Wednesday. It's a Zoom thing, and he's still as knowledgeable as ever, and he hadn't changed a lot. He doesn't look like death eating a cookie like me. You know, he still looks good.
Good. I'd often wonder about Larry because I hadn't seen him doing games much anymore and listened to him, whatever. I just wondering how he was doing.
Yeah, he's doing good. His health's good. And we do this thing with Bob Rathman of the Hawks. And, 2 or 3 SIDs around the league. Chuck Galena does it. Eli Gold does it. We have a bunch of us that get on a Zoom. I think it's on a Wednesday. I can't remember the days of the week anymore. But it's on a Wednesday, and we do it on Zoom, and we have a lot of fun. And Larry still is outgoing and knowledgeable as he ever was.
Wow, that's good.
Coach, do you have any books out or anything that somebody could maybe purchase? And
it's funny that you mentioned that. My book was supposed to be out this week.
Oh.
Written by Lou Vickery, former Major League pitcher. Lou Vickery got the COVID the day that we supposed to release the book, and he's been he actually was unconscious for a couple of days.
Wow.
And now I talked to him for the first time yesterday, and probably my book's going to come out sometime this week.
Okay.
It's called The Head Game, and he was supposed to look at that where I had anything in it or not, it's going to be coming out. I don't know the exact date. I think it's an Amazon book. I talk like I don't know what's going on. I talked it off, and they wrote it down, basically what happened. And it will be out sometime this week.
Well, that is great. I'll be definitely looking forward to Amazon and trying to.
If I'd had to spell things, we would have never got it out.
It'd take 3 weeks on spell check. Is that what you're saying?
You're right about that.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, any other questions for Coach? Coach, anything you want to add before we end our interview?
No. I hope they'll take a look at our book. It's called The Head Game, and it's coming out, and it's coming out on Amazon. I think there'll be announcements about it. We're going to have book signing and book showing a number of different places. I'm letting somebody else do that.
Okay.
I wrote the book so I could remember who it was, and I think Lou Vicker, who's a former major league pitcher with the Cardinals and the Yankees, and he wrote the book. He's from Atmore, Alabama, and I needed somebody who could write, and he was a guy. So it's coming out soon, and I think it'll be a good read. It's got some humor in it, and some of it makes sense. Got a lot of Roan Mountain stories in it, I'll tell you that.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you have any Roan Mountain stories in it?
Oh, Lord, yeah. Let's eat up with them. I hate for anybody from Roan Mountain to buy it. They'll hold it against me. Especially a deputy sheriff will. we were bootleggers, and my dad was the deputy sheriff. How's that for a deal?
Hey, well, at least you had the inside on where the popo was going to be.
He wasn't going to catch us. We knew when it was coming.
That's good stuff.
Every night.
Well, I know. Every night. They didn't take a break on the weekdays, did they?
No, he didn't.
That's great.
No,
I know.
My dad used to. He wouldn't drink. We sold liquor. They'll tell me you got to go, and he would never drink. There's something about a guy we were bootleggers. Well, on Saturday night he'd take a nip or two, and after he'd taken his bigger nip, as we call it, a little snort.
Yeah.
He would he'd pop himself up against the wall, and my mother and I would sing hymns to him. He got religion every Saturday night. and his favorite song was "Where Could I Go But to the Lord."
I love it.
I don't know if you heard that old song.
Oh yes, sir. I've led it a time or two.
And we harmonize on it.
That's great. Where could I go? Where could I go? Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I know.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh, man.
You got it.
Coach Smith, man, it's been a hoot.
You weren't a bootlegger too, were you?
No, sir. I was a Church of Christ song leader. So
yeah. Is that Pepperdine? I worked at a Church of Christ school, Pepperdine.
Pepperdine, yeah, out in California. That's right.
Oh man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Pat Boone was a big supporter of that.
Okay.
You remember him from Nashville? I think
yes,
he went
sir.
to school.
Yeah. Him and Debbie.
Yeah. Red
Well,
Polo.
fellas.
Yes, sir. It show's been a hoot, Coach. I can't say anything but that. It's been a blast.
We appreciate you being on.
You call me anytime. I'm right here.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Take care, buddy.
Appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm going to have a grin on my face all day long, boys and girls. That was Coach Sonny Smith, former Auburn basketball coach, on the
Lord.
Tailgate Talk special guest segment brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing. It's time to take a break. I'm going to go on break, and I'm still going to be grinning when we get back. We'll
Comedy
be right
tour
back.
coming on.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
If you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, it's waiting for you at Tammy's Fine Jewelry in Athens, a boutique jewelry store offering designs to fit your individual style from classic to contemporary. Tammy's Fine Jewelry has bridal and gemstone jewelry just for you. Whether you want to spend $10,000 or $10,000, you get the same friendly service. Visit them on Facebook or just come fall in love at Tammy's Fine Jewelry, 206 West Market Street in Athens. Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com.
This is Todd the Bod at Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Y'all know how great I sound every week on the radio. You can't imagine how good I look from getting my hair cut from Tammy and all the girls at Shireman's Barbershop. Please go see them at 115 North Marion Street and tell them Todd the Bod sent you.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC.
This is Tyree Washington, 400-meter world champion in track and field, former NFL player, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, all the way on his anniversary day, Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, good morning.
I thought I'd give you the stadium sound best I could.
There's stadium intro. I like that.
Yeah, Tim don't have any like echo or special effects. Do you? Don't get me started if you can do special effects. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, happy anniversary
if you'd have told me beforehand, I could have punched up the effects there.
Cool. Well, buddy, I saw
monumental day.
I saw
monumental day.
Yeah. I saw you and your wife at the stadium the other night, but I didn't come up to say anything. Y'all were sitting over there enjoying. Well, I actually had to leave really, really early, so I was planning to come over and say something, but I had to bug out on a family business thing there. So, but anyway, congratulations.
It was great. Thank you.
What'd you do?
We went. We went to the game the other night. We're actually going tonight. So people may be wondering why you're taking your wife out to anniversary at a baseball game, but I had saved up, and I surprised her this morning. In August we're gonna take a trip that she doesn't even know where we're going, but kind of an all-inclusive.
Well,
can you tell us?
Tell us. We'll keep it.
Do you know where you're going yet?
Yeah, I know. We're actually. I guess she's probably not listening to the radio, so that's fine. We're going to the Dominican Republic for a week.
Ooh!
Oh wow!
Yeah, man.
So, yeah,
Enjoy the beach.
One of those sandals, all-inclusive.
Sweet
trips that and we've never, my situation. I've taken care of my mom and dad. My mom's still alive. My dad passed away 3 years ago, and so we really never have gotten to do anything just us. So this is our first just us trip. So pretty excited about being able to do that. And and I'm sure everybody thinks that Freak Daddy makes a lot of money, but Freak Daddy had to save up to, to do some of these things. So,
we understand, bud.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we're going to the Trash Pandas game tonight. So we went the other night. I think everybody got in there earlier, a little bit better than opening night. I think they got some of the kinks worked out, but I've seen all this stuff. I mean, I wasn't there when the Havoc initially opened up, but I was there when the Havoc started having that growth and more fans coming, and there's growing pains, and I'm sure they'll work through those, and that they got their own challenges of things that they've got to come up with, but I'm sure they'll do fine. It was a good experience, but me being the guy that has done this stuff my whole life, if the microphone doesn't work right or the certain things don't work, you kind of pick it apart, which I had to go, okay, I'm going to turn my sports brain off and just enjoy something.
Yeah.
But has the season for Southern Professional League hockey ended yet? Who was the champion?
No, actually the first game was last night with Pensacola and Macon. Pensacola won last night. Now there'll be a game tonight and a game tomorrow in Macon. Macon decided to, which I think is a little bit dangerous path, but they wanted to be able to have a Friday or a Saturday and a Sunday game at home. But I always like going in with that, win the first game and make them where they got to win two. That's a good advantage for a sports team and a best out of three.
Right.
So Pensacola's got them on their heels right now. So they scored with about a minute and 13 seconds left to go in the game. It was tied up, and then they went ahead. So 3-2 last night. So that's interesting. So we'll see. It'll either be over tonight if Pensacola were to win, or it'd be a deciding game 3 tomorrow in Macon.
Clay, how are the Havoc roster wise as far as contracts? So are we? Some of the new faces no faces be back, or how does that all work out?
Well, with the SPHL, it's different. They're not allowed to sign multi-year contracts, so everything is a year-to-year. Now, they will get what you'll see. I'm not really sure how quick they have to do it, but they will do what's called a protected roster, so that the Glenn will have to make an announcement and announce the guys that he's going to keep, and that means that no other teams or nobody else can go after those guys. And then he'll have to sit down. I'm sure that he's probably already had a lot of the kind of the exit meetings with the guys, and they'll decide whether or not they're going to come back or, and usually a lot of the guys, it's iffy. I think that this year may be a year that we may have to look at will the Tyler Piacentinis, the Nolan Kaisers, are they going to come back, or are they done? I mean, usually this is kind of the tipping point. Usually you get 3 to 4 years out of these guys, and they're ready to move on with life and find a job or whatever. So it'll be very interesting. I mean, the good thing about that is that all the teams are going to have to kind of regroup and restructure. I mean, Macon's playing this year, but they're basically Peoria with a lot of the guys they've got.
Yeah,
so,
right.
They'll be retooling and stuff. But yeah, I haven't heard anything from some of the guys. I think there'll probably be a couple of them that'll stay, but I do think there may be a couple guys that we won't want to see leave, but we'll probably move on.
Gotcha. So I'm looking at your Facebook page, and there's this big old kid snapping the ball back to the quarterback, and by big old kid, I mean T-Bone's growing, dude.
Yeah, Timothy is right at about 6'1", 245 pounds, and was really excited this week, and he's getting some good opportunity. are still doing their regular, just kind of 1 practice, 2 practices a week. But he got to, him and 3 of his friends got to come up and are actually practicing with the varsity, which was really cool for him to do that. But
watching that snap and the footwork, I'm not surprised he's practicing with the varsity. Kid looks like he knows what he's doing, buddy.
Yeah, I'm real proud of him. He's worked really, really hard, and he's committed to giving his best. Yeah, he's and I think that for him, if not this year, next year, JC's got 6 of their 7 offensive linemen are seniors, so they'll have to retool. So at least being able to get in there even next year, but he's got a good shot this year to if he can get in there and do it, he could probably even start this year, which would be pretty crazy for a freshman. So I'm excited.
Hey, you should be. Looks like the young man's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's it's one of those things you try not to be the parent that lives through your kids.
Don't worry, you're always going to be the parent that lives through your kids. I was.
I know.
Do that, man.
But the crazy thing is, I was telling him the other day, I was able to go and at least walk on and play football at Murray State when Houston Nutt was there. But I never had the accolades, or never really was able to do anything. I was a center and a linebacker, but I was a long snapper, so I kind of had that opportunity to kind of learn a skill, and I kind of just told him, I was like, I was a center. You don't have to be a center, but if you want me to teach you, I will get you at least where you have a skill. And I said, I always like to be in the center because I got to touch the ball just as much as the quarterback did, and I knew I wouldn't be a quarterback. So he's really gotten in, like I said, and he's just worked really hard, and he's thrown the initiative out there, and I've gotten some guys that have helped him. A kid named Spencer Region out of Coleman that was a coach at JC's no longer, but he went on and played at Clemson, and he's been working with him, and it's just been, he's really taken it, and he's very moldable in the sense that he doesn't really fight back. He pretty much, you tell him something once, he'll do it, and you don't have to tell him twice. So it's been a good thing for him. So I'm just excited, actually getting to see some of the James Clemens team this year. I mean, I think they're going to have a pretty good team this year, and Coach McGee is a class act. And Wade was a great guy too, but Coach McGee's really come in, and he's definitely player first and character first mentality, and I really think that the city and the area is really going to love him a lot. Absolutely. Well, buddy, we sure are glad to talk with you. Hope we get to speak to you next weekend, and I'll do my best to catch you around the baseball field. Sounds good. I'll be there tonight. So they're doing pretty good, Trash Pandas. It's a fun experience. I tell people to just be patient with it. They're working out kinks, but they need your support. So don't just get scared by the long lines and stuff. Just come out and support them. Exactly. Yes, we'll talk to you next week, buddy. All right, buddy. Y'all have a great night. Thanks. Good luck. You too. Bye-bye. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our man, Havoc Hookup, Clay Coleman, the Freak Daddy himself, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair.
Hi, this is Scott Hunter, former Alabama Crimson Tide and NFL quarterback, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen, live here on WKAC, the Big 1080. Tom McClung, old Tomcat, here alongside Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And ladies and gentlemen, we have joining us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham. Hey, bud, welcome back.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to return to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Woo! That's my Ric Flair impersonation. Woo!
You ever met him, AP?
No, I never have. I don't think I met any wrestlers in my travels.
I met Greg the Hammer Valentine one time. He was on the phone, one of them old-fashioned payphones in the Atlanta airport.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
It was a radio interview. It was a radio interview, and you hear somebody screaming in the airport. And I looked over there, that's the Hammer. That's the Hammer. I didn't have anything for him to give me an autograph, so he wrote it on my ticket. Back in the days of paper tickets. So, yeah.
Right. That's good enough, though.
Hey, let's quit talking about me. Let's talk about you.
What's been going on?
2 words, buddy. Transfer portal. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves.
You won't believe it. Yeah, you won't believe it. I am looking at that transfer portal now. I'm going over the entire list for the whole country. It's unbelievable, the players that are moving around. And Alabama had 8 8 by itself, to different schools. A couple of them to SEC schools, Boulevard to the Vanderbilt, and then I guess Brandon
Turnage went to Georgia.
Turnage, just transferred to Georgia, and he's from Oxford, Mississippi. That would have been a nice pickup for Ole Miss, right? But because they're looking for defensive players, but I guess he wants to go to Kirby Smart and see what he can do with the Bulldogs. But yeah, I think that, like I said, I think maybe I said this to you before, that if you thought Alabama was a professional team before, wait till this transfer portal takes effect. They're just going to be plucking players from different various programs. That we're short here. Okay, let's reach out to the high school coach and go through the back channels, and because Nick Saban's so good with the roster management. And then the other thing is, Alabama, when they lose players, it's because they become disgruntled amount of playing time. Right. Normally, if they're let's say too deep. Normally they stay because they know they're getting a chance and they're one play away from getting on the field with major minutes. So I think that, as we discussed, the roster management, how you satisfy the desires of some of these players with the correct amount of minutes is going to be crucial. And whoever does that the best, they're going to be winning a lot of football games, just like when they had the COVID. Whoever managed that the best going to be a winner, and Alabama did very well in that regard.
They did. They had a strong team during COVID this season. I mean, I think that team would have won the national championship during a regular, normal, as we would say, season.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you have 8 players taken in the first 38 of the NFL draft,
that's pretty sporty, ain't it?
I mean, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, that's another. Every time there's a draft, I'm saying, well, what milestone can Nick Saban come up with now? And there we go. Right? You're thinking, no, there's no way he can top anything. No way he can come up with another milestone, but he did. But when you look around the league, you're trying to project who's going to be good. You're looking at the quarterback first. That's always you have to have your attention on the quarterback, because you have to have a good or above that level to have a chance to compete for the championship. I think there's a gap on that Eastern Division that's pretty wide between Georgia and Florida, and you may see Kentucky ease on in there or something like that this season, because Florida, they have a new quarterback. They had a very good one last year and ended up with the Bucks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I don't know if this other quarterback is going to be as good.
What's his name? Emory Jones?
You need a really good quarterback. Yeah. Well, we will see.
And then, of course, in the West, possibly A&M, LSU, second and third, probably.
Yeah. Everybody else is playing for second and third until something else happens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And LSU, you want to see what they're going to do with their quarterback. And, they played so bad on defense. That new defensive coach there, but man, it was. I couldn't believe how bad they played on defense last year.
I know.
LSU. When you saw that Mississippi State game, you said, "Oh, this is not going to be a winning year for them. It's going to be really disappointing," and it was.
And A&M's breaking in a new quarterback. Kellen Mond's gone, so we'll have to see about them.
And the rumors of T.J. Finley hitting the transfer portal from LSU. Yeah. Would he come to Auburn to try to? Because he's still got several years of eligibility left. Would he come to Auburn and he's not going to unseat Bo unless something just crazy happens. But Auburn needs some depth in their quarterback position.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I said, A&M with a new quarterback, but they've been recruiting well in other positions. Now it's just a question of, can you get it all together when they play somebody like Alabama? That game will be out at College Station October 9th, I believe that is.
Oh, wow. It's at College Station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
no wonder
College Station.
No wonder Jimbo was reaching out, stepping out there a little bit. I hope he didn't go too far. Step on his tongue, We've done that before.
Oh, yeah. But I think it's one of those situations where before the alumni and fans and
you got
$75 million in 10 years. He's just having fun with them, letting them know we're on track. We think we're on track, and one of these years it's going to happen.
I figured that's what kind of taking out of
you got to go to
context.
College Station and to Auburn back to back.
Yeah.
So it'll be tough towards the end. But AP just talking about the transfer portal. Matt Zenich just broke the news that Alabama just got a commitment from Jack Martin, a punter from Troy. He ranked top 10 nationally last year, 46 yards a punt, and had 8 punts of 50 yards or more. So he's needing a punter because the two guys he had in the last couple of years has been so. So maybe Martin will do the job.
Yeah, look at we just talked about getting players and filling in where you have a deficiency, and Alabama has P. Ryan if he still stays, and then
Charlie Scott.
Charlie Scott. So 3 punters, maybe possibility competing for the position. Who has that?
Yeah.
I mean, all 3 of those guys could be a punter for a FBS school.
And
all 3 of them.
Congratulations, Jalen Waddle signed his contract yesterday. 4 years, $27 million.
I could live off that. Did you live off that, Tojo?
Yeah. For a while, right?
I think he got 17 or 18 million signing bonus. So.
Sweet. Boy, let the boy eat, man.
And Miami will be in Nashville January 2nd. Play the Titans.
Oh, January 2nd they play in Nashville.
Tyler McClung, if you're listening.
I'm dropping names that I know AP Steadham, and I need some credentials.
Exactly. We need some press credentials. No, as soon as those names, those tickets go on sale, I'm going to, because my son is a huge Dolphins fan. Even though we all love the Titans, he lives in Murfreesboro. So, boom. I'm glad you told us that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a good game. The only thing that interferes with it is around the
college football playoff
game.
Well,
playoffs game. Yeah,
I doubt Auburn will be there, so we should be all right.
Yeah, you might be, but might have to sneak on up there after the game or something. That'd be a nice one to watch.
And then
sure would be.
The Eagles open up in Atlanta first weekend of the season, so sneak off over there and see Devontae and Jalen play against Matt Ryan and Julio and Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good ball game. I was looking at a game. The Cowboys play the New York Giants that weekend. A&M and Alabama get together. Might have to sneak up there to Dallas for that.
There you go.
That'd be a good spot. But 17 games, I mean, gosh, I can remember when it was maybe 12 or 14.
Yeah.
17 games now. I mean,
that's a lot.
I mean, yeah, NFL football, I mean, you can't practice very hard with 17 games. You wear yourself out.
Absolutely.
And then there's
coaches, I mean,
one preseason game now?
No, it's. I think it's more than that. But one less. I think.
Okay.
Right, one less. Yeah, one less preseason game. Is it 3 maybe now that they're going with? I was surprised. I was kind of surprised they got that 17th game out of the Union. They had to offer a little bit more money, but I'm telling you, that's a lot of football. And then you have to win. 3 more to win the Super Bowl? Maybe is that 20 games for the year? That's a lot of.
That's a lot of football.
It is.
So and people talk about the expansion of college football, the playoffs, and I know that some of the other levels they do that, but at the FBS level, and you're trying to make them play 1 or 2 more games. I'm telling you, that's not a championship. That's just winning the war of attrition.
Absolutely. Well, AP, buddy, we sure appreciate your time again. We'll try to catch you next week. Hopefully have a few more noodles from the transfer portal we can talk about.
Look forward to it. Yeah, you have to have a scorecard now, for sure.
Absolutely, buddy. Thanks, AP.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it now. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. That's AP Steadham, our weekly guest, the Swami of the SEC on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. Tim, what you got for us, bud?
Well, we've got some updates from the regional softball tournament. Lauderdale County defeated Danville 1-0, so Lady Tigers will be playing Holly Pond, who shut out Elkmont.
So is this in Oxford?
10-0. No, this is in Florence, right? Then they go to Oxford.
Winner of that goes
to
Oxford.
Tournament.
Gotcha. Okay.
The top 2,
two. Gotcha.
And then Rogers shut out West Limestone 2-0. So Elkmont, West Limestone
are out.
Are
is Ardmore out too?
No, they were runner-up, so they'll be
in Oxford.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And Athens too. So
yes.
We've still got some teams, and like I say, Lauderdale County's still alive. They got to play Holly Pond today, so I think maybe from that game we'll see who moves on.
Yep. Congratulations, Coach Thad Prater.
Yeah.
One of my teammates at Tanner High School in 1983. We teamed up on one of the most amazing.
Good luck to Coach Stephen Ball up there at Ardmore, too. So.
Good luck, Coach Ball. Absolutely. Follow him on Twitter. He's a cool dude.
He is.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. On behalf of Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name is Tom McClung. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll see you next week.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
This is Todd the Bod at Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Y'all know how great I sound every week on the radio. You can't imagine how good I look from getting my hair cut from Tammy and all the girls at Shireman's Barbershop. Please go see them at 115 North Marion Street and tell them Todd the Bod sent you.
If you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, it's waiting for you at Tammy's Fine Jewelry in Athens, a boutique jewelry store offering designs to fit your individual style from classic to contemporary. Tammy's Fine Jewelry has bridal and gemstone jewelry just for you. Whether you want to spend $10,000 or $10,000, you get the same friendly service. Visit them on Facebook or just come fall in love at Tammy's Fine Jewelry, 206 West Market Street in Athens.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got You Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 389 West San Sander for Road in Athens. Got you covered screen printing and more.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
WKAC wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to WKAC1080.com throughout the school year and click on the Tailgate Talk icon to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.